Hey, good morning, beautiful people, man. Thank you very much for taking the time to hang out with us. It is Monday. Again, a lot of you guys enjoyed your weekend, had a long weekend. Now it's time to, get back to the grind, get back to regular schedule and shit, man, Um, Go on and take on the day and make it the best that you can and shit, man. Make it the best that you can. You know what I'm saying? Shouts out everybody. 100% shouts out everybody taking the time to hang out and vibe out, baby. Hang out and vibe out. If you get the notification, y'all some beautiful people, man. Y'all some beautiful people. Remember that. Remember that. Make sure you guys hey, what up, Sean? How you doing, Mr. Johnson? Welcome. How you doing, my friend? Mad love and respect. Thank you very much for tuning in and vibing with us. Hey, what up, Joe Sanchez? Wakey bakey, motherfuckers. What's up, bro? How you been? Yeah, put it in rotation, man. What's going down, bro? Man, I just been working, bro. Just working and shit, man. Freaking still dropping these videos, but man, mainly just working and shit, bro. Fucking became a maintenance tech for a apartment complex, and yeah, man, just been doing the maintenance tech stuff, man. It's been treating me well, keeping my pockets good and shit, man. Keeping the family good. So yeah, man, that's what I've been doing and shit, man. That's what I've been doing. What do you call it? Yeah, Monday through Sunday. This weekend or this weekend shit. I worked all weekend shit, man, all weekend too. This weekend I'll probably take the weekend off and shit, or take Saturday off and work on Sunday, or work on Sunday, take Saturday off. But yeah, man, just been working. Ooh. Hell yeah, man. I hope you and the wife are doing good, man. Yo, what up, Everett? How you doing, bro? Good morning. Good morning. Hell yeah, love and respect. Shouts out everybody, man, taking the time to vibe with us, whether you're on Facebook, whether you're on YouTube. Appreciate you guys. Woke up with a little acid reflex too and shit, man. So I'm like, ooh. Ooh. Hell yeah, man. How you been, bro? Chilling. We in Florida, bro. Hell yeah, that's what's good. I'm still running my business, Joe Movers, baby. Hey, that's what I was gonna ask right now. I'm still doing the movers thing. Hell yeah, man. I'm glad everything's going good, bro. 100%. I'm glad everything's going good. Hell yeah. You guys ready? Let's take a motherfucking rip off this cart. Bro, you're making me yawn, laugh a lot. Oh no. I know somebody always tells me like, man, bro, you're always busy. You stay busy. I go to work from 8 to 5:30, 8 to 6:30, 7, whatever and shit, right? Then come home and then clock into this and shit, man. Oh, what do you call it? There's a wand. Yeah, there's a wand, like a Harry Potter wand. Yeah, this is a Harry Potter wand. Yeah, you just put the card at the top and shit, right? You just put the card at the top. Yeah. You could hide the cart. You could hide the cart. Let me see. You could hide the cart. You could put it like that. Yeah, I got this at the Earl Cup and shit, man. My boy and I went halves on it and shit, man. So he kept it for like a week or two and shit, man. And then I keep it and shit, man, back and forth. Hey, that's the biggest card I've ever seen, bro. Like, oh, battery. Yeah, it's a big old battery. It's just a wand. Shit. Yeah, fucking. We went to this event and bought this, and they got hooked up with a bunch of stuff and shit, man. You know, pre rolls and stuff like that. I'm gonna see if we still got pre rolls right now. Oh no, we smoked all of them already. Oh no. Oh no. Yeah, all we have is 1 gram of flour and shit, man. 1 gram of flour in there left. Hey, shouts out to the nation, man. Have a good day at work, my brother, man. Hey, I appreciate it, bro. You already know, man. Love and respect, man. Shouts out my boy Adrian, man. Hell yeah, shouts out Say Less. Hell yeah, man. Who's smoking on what and shit, man? Who's putting what in rotation, guys? Shit, we've been going through dabs like crazy and shit, man. We've been going through dabs like crazy. I'm here. Shouts out James Everett, man. What's going on, bro? Shouts out Everett James. Thank you very much for coming through and vibing with us. Hell yeah. Here, let's take a nice rip and shit, guys. This is one of our new pieces and shit, man. Our dope ass piece broke and shit, man. You know, and I did it. I fucking did it. Not on purpose, by accident and shit, man. I was like this, and then I fell forward and shit, man. Fucking came crashing down, almost knocked down my whole table and shit, man. You know, it was crazy. And it was all caught on 4K and shit, man, on TikTok. There was a few viewers watching and shit, man, you know. So whenever they get a chance and shit, man, you know, they open up about that day and shit, man. Oh, I still remember when you fell. Yeah? Yeah, you think it's funny? I just like, yeah, you think it's funny? Here we go, guys. Ready, set, let's take a dab. Wow, that was a hit. Yeah, my boys all like, I was there, Joe. I was there. Too funny. Oh, this is only a 0.5. This is only a half gram. This is not a full gram. It's a half gram. I need to get the full gram. I'll still waffle it up. Waffle it out. Hell yeah. Man. Hey, what's up, Xavier? How you doing, bro? Love and respect. Cheers. Thank you very much for tuning in and vibing with us. What's the word? How you guys feeling today, man? Man, I appreciate everybody taking the time to hang out with me. What you smoking on, man? Right now, I'm smoking on some dabs and shit, bro. Some Bud Bros. Let me see what it's called. I don't even know. Oh, it's F berries, fruit berries, or F. It says F berries, F berries. But my lady's been actually enjoying the fuck out of these Bud Bro dabs and shit, man. You know, they definitely been treating her well and shit, man, from taste all the way to high and shit, man, you know. Um Yesterday I made her take a hit, man. What's up, Jason? How you doing, bro? Good morning. I made her take a hit and shit, man. I'm like, man, you gotta hit it like you're angry. You gotta hit it like you're mad and shit, you know what I'm saying? And she was like, oh, and all that smoke came out and shit, man, you know, and that's how you hit it. That's how you hit it. Good. I'm just hitting my stizzy. Just got some purple haze. Hell yeah, I got a stizzy right here. A half grammer. I might do a waffle on it and shit with the battery. Yeah, it's a half grammer and shit. So it'll only be $5 entry and shit, man. Well, everything I do is $5 entry and shit, you know. Um, Try to find somebody to win and shit, right? But I'm gonna do elimination like I always do and shit, man. You know, so that's gonna be the mission. So definitely be on the lookout for that, guys. Definitely be on the lookout for that, guys. Hell yeah, how's everybody doing this morning? What's up, Danny Hansen? How you doing, my brother? Love and respect, man. Thank you very much for tuning in and vibing with us. What is the word? Bird, man. I hope you guys are doing well. Hell yeah, man. So is it Nepal? Did they really overthrow their government and shit, man? Does anybody know anything about that and shit, man? Let me know in the comments down below. Let me know on the comments down below. Guys, I want you guys to understand and shit, man, that Smoke Nation Worldwide has been sent to you guys and shit, man, you know? And you guys could take it however you choose to take it and shit, man, you know? But Smoke Nation Worldwide and shit, man, when Smoke Nation Worldwide was created, Smoke Nation Worldwide never talked about cannabis, you know, and the health benefits and stuff like that it has, you know what I'm saying? All the, you know, proper properties it has for, you know, a body and shit, you know what I mean, for an individual and shit, you know what I'm saying? Whatever they're fighting and shit, right? My Smoke Nation Worldwide has always been about futuristic events and shit, man, you know? And aliens have always been number one thing behind it and shit, you know what I'm saying? Um, I've always talked about, you know, us needing to put our warrior armor on and shit, man, and eventually battle the battle of all battles and shit, man, you know? And guys, those years are already here and shit, man, you know what I'm saying? When fuck, I forget what the name and shit, man, in 1977 made that song about divine powers eventually coming to earth and shit, man, in 2025 and shit, man. He wasn't playing. And then we only had 50 years and shit, man, you know what I'm saying? To prepare and get ready for catastrophe stuff and shit, man, you know what I'm saying? In 2027 and shit, man, we could be living, you know, very end of our lives and shit, man. You know what I'm saying? We're in 2025, guys. You know, I don't come in here as a regular pothead and shit, man, as an everyday pothead and shit, man. You know, I come in here and sit at my table. I get my dabs. I get my joint, whatever and shit, man, you know. But the focus is always about the future and shit, man. You know what I'm saying? The future of our country, the future of our lives, you know? And I need you guys to understand that I lost a lot of viewers. I lost a lot of supporters and shit, man, you know? And I'm willing to lose a lot more and shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, I know what my Smoke Nation Worldwide was supposed to be. I know peace, love, and unity is a message from the most high up above and shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Peace, love, and unity, and the three symbols we represent and shit, man. You know, it's not my motherfucking message. It's God's message. You know what I'm saying? 100%. Like I told everybody before and shit, man, I'm just a vessel. I'm just a connection to the other world and shit, man. You know, I'm just a body and shit, man, you know. I'm just here to give you guys the conspiracy. And conspiracy, it's not a bad thing, guys. Conspiracy is not a bad thing. They use the word conspiracy to destroy our character and shit, man, to destroy the, you know, who we are and shit, man, how people would see us and shit, man, you know. They want us to look stupid. They want us to look dumb and shit, man. They want us to look like we're going crazy and shit, that they're going to have to give us medicine and shit like that just because we're so far out there and shit. Just know that I'm very in tune with all that shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm very in tune with all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Again, guys, lately and shit, man, I've been realizing and shit, man, that the food we're eating is not real food and shit, man, you know? You guys are going to have to go check that out yourself. You're going to have to leave some hamburger meat out and fucking let that shit spoil and shit. And you're going to realize and shit, man, that the hamburger meat is not spoiling and shit, man. All the meat is doing is hardening up and shit, man, you know, drying out and shit, man. You know what I'm saying? 100%. I've left fucking hamburgers. Look, I left hamburgers for a week already. Look at fake ass fucking meat. Look at it, slowly but surely growing something and shit, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, the food is not real and shit, man. You know what I'm saying? The food is not real. The food is not real. Hey, stars for nose dab, man. Hey, we want a nose dab, man. Let's go. I want a nose dab too. You guys ready? Let's go, Daniel. Hey, what up, Rob? How you doing, bro? Hey, that's why they call you Space Nasty, man. What's going on, Danny? Love and respect, bro. Yeah, it's the Chinese Communist Party is trying to force them not to access the open internet. So Nepal ban social media. I got a dual pod stizzy, so I'll be mixing the pods and you get fattest clouds when you hit it. Oh man, that's crazy. Again, guys, I'm not here to scare nobody, but I do believe in shit, man. My work for 11 years sitting on here on this table. Guys, if I was able to tell you that in the near future and shit, we're going to have extraterrestrials and robots among each other and shit, among us and shit, man, you know what I'm saying? Like, you guys, a lot of you guys were just thinking, oh, this was just too stoned and shit, man, you know? But we're sitting right here at the motherfucking pit of it and shit, man, you know? Yeah, I'm going to try to. All right. You guys ready? Guys, they're making a lot of rules and shit, man. And I don't even know to believe the Democrats. I don't know to believe the Republicans. You know what I'm saying? All I know, all I know is government is the body. The Democrats and Republicans are the wings. You know what I'm saying? And that's as much as I got it and shit, man. That's as much as I got it. You know what I'm saying? That's as much as I got it. You know what I'm saying? That's as much as I got it. So we have this body of government and shit, right? That controls our every move, that controls our every ability to survive here on this earth and shit. You know what I'm saying? For everything that we need and want and shit, man. From licenses for hunting, for fishing, licenses for driving, for whatever and shit, man. To have a business, they run you and shit, man. You know, they don't ever let you be free. They don't ever let you be free. They don't ever let you be free. You know what I'm saying? 100%. You got Donald Trump as president and shit, man. He's been fucking getting money for the past, what? How long he's been there? Like 8 months? No, 9 months or some shit like that, right? And this fool's accumulated so much fucking money and shit. He says he's got from the tariffs and shit, man. You know, he's collecting from different people and shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, this fool's fucking creating his own motherfucking ballroom and shit, man. He's knocked down a section of the motherfucking White House and shit, man. So he could put the fucking demon, you know, Devil's Last Dance and shit, ballroom and shit there and shit, man. You know what I'm saying? From the taxpayers' money and shit. When are you gonna go out there and fucking dance on that dance floor and shit? When are you gonna be invited? When are we gonna be invited to the White House and shit, man? You know what I'm saying? And not to play with the devil. When are we gonna be invited to the White House and shit, man? You know what I'm saying? When are we gonna be invited to everything that the taxpayers have ever put money into and shit, man? You know what I'm saying? And when will the taxpayers have, you know, choice and if they should put money into a system or not and shit? You know what I'm saying? Why is it that taxpayers have to pay money and shit, right? And all the money goes into this shit. And guess what? Hey, you know what? We have enough money right here. Taxpayers are doing a great job. They're working, but they cost taxpayers and shit, man. Really, we're slaves and shit to make sure that their system never falls and shit. And there's always something and shit, man, that's going to back up that whatever system and shit. You know what I'm saying? But we're part of a system and shit. We're part of a program. They programmed us to follow their directions and shit, man. But a lot of people don't like to fucking get up and fight a real battle and shit. You guys will rather fight a battle on fucking Call of Duty and shit. You guys will rather fight a battle, you know, on your cell phones and shit with among each other and shit. You know what I'm saying? Beef with one another when reality they want that. They want you to talk shit about him, want you to talk shit about her, you know, him, her, him. You know what I'm saying? And then that's the division and shit, you know what I'm saying? So government's already working overtime. The devil's already working overtime and people let them and shit, you know what I'm saying? 100%. Whatever they put in our foods and shit, it alters our feelings, it alters our moods and shit, you know what I'm saying? And that's the way it goes. You ever fucking, you know, have a good time with somebody and then out of random, the energy flipped and shit, like, bitch, where the fuck did that come from and shit? We were just having fun right now and you want to flip on me and shit, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm very in tune to a lot of shit. Even if I flip, I only flip because somebody flipped on me or somebody made me flip and shit. You know what I'm saying? Cause and effect and shit, man. You know what I'm saying? And I could be the flipper, but there's the only reason I flipped because cause and effect and shit, man. You know what I'm saying? um, it's wild and shit, man. You know, and they want everybody to flip and shit, man. They want everybody to flip. They want everybody to flip. They want everybody to, you know, lose their mind and shit, man. They want everybody to fucking, you know, I watched a movie where, you know, people have the abilities to fucking make you do stupid shit with a single word and shit. You know, this person said, you know, on a life yourself and shit. This dude went, gosh. You know, before she died and shit, she had her final on a life yourself. And then the dudes are like, no, stay back, don't get close to her. But he got too close and shit. And she like, ha 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 ha, on a life yourself, but said it a whole different way and shit, right? And then the dudes are like, no. And the dude went, you know, words are powerful and shit, man. There's powerful people out there and shit, man. There's powerful people out there and shit, man, that know how to use their mind and shit, man. We're no longer going to be talking with our mouth and shit, man. I've been trying to work a lot and working and, you know, playing with my mind and shit, man. So I know there's somebody out there and shit that could do all that stupid shit, you know what I'm saying? But we got to start figuring out our fucking superpowers and shit, man, you know. You guys hear a voice in your head and shit, say something. Hold your nose, cover your mouth, and speak. And did you hear the voice in your head and shit, man? Did you hear the voice of what you said and shit in your head and shit, man? You know, like I don't know how to explain it, but a divine energy and shit, man. You know, from far away and shit, man. You know, is definitely on its way this way and shit, man. You know, I also found out and shit, man, that G5 is really not for cell phone usage and shit, man. It's more about Project Bluebeam and shit, man. And I need you guys to study Project Bluebeam, know about Project Bluebeam, because eventually you'll have Project Bluebeam, you'll have fucking Project Paperclip and everything fucking mixed into one in your life and shit, man. You know what I'm saying? 100%. You know, from teleportation and shit, man. You know what I'm saying? From being able to open portals and shit, you know, from being able to read minds or play with people's minds and shit, you know what I'm saying? Whatever and shit, you know? Hey, what's up? Cody, welcome. Hey, what's up? Ruben Delgado, welcome. Thank you very much for tuning in and vibing with us. What's the word? How you guys doing, man? Everybody doing good? Let me know and shit, man. Let me know. How was your guys' weekend? You know, I do apologize for the way that I speak and shit, man, but I wouldn't be speaking like this and shit, man, if it wasn't real. You know, you guys saw that they just recently fucking found fucking one of the Linux cats and shit, right? Fucking it's never been seen before and shit, man, and fucking forever and shit, right? Let's see. Let me see. Yeah, man, and this shit right here. What's up, Xavier? Appreciate you sticking around. It's approaching the sun. Those images released because of the ongoing government shutdown. But not to mention no shit. Next month, this is headed to something to fly. Yeah, if that shit is coming to Earth and shit, man, we in fucking trouble. They got a whole boat, they got a whole ship, they got a whole Titanic. You know what I'm saying? They got a whole fucking city. They got a whole fucking moving fucking world and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like they got all their fucking stores and their malls and whatever and shit. They got all that shit there and shit, man. Look at that. Look at that shit. It looks like the fucking Death Star. Why you bullshitting? Looks like the fucking Death Star and shit, man. Why you bullshitting? Check it out. That cat right there was recently seen in Spain. Look at it. In Spain. But a lot of people saying shit, man, like that's a human in an animal form and shit. You know what I'm saying? But our ancestors or something, shit, man. Like has come back and shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, times are changing and shit, man.
I don't care if you believe in science or not. This one right here, this ain't normal. They just caught something on camera in Spain, a white Iberian lynx, and that's not just any animal. This is the first time in history a white lynx has ever been seen. Not in a zoo, not a rumor. This is confirmed. Scientists are calling it rare. But people who know energy, y'all know exactly what time it is. Anytime the universe starts sending white animals, creatures that don't even make sense existing, that means the veil is cracking. The physical world is crossing with the spiritual. The third and fifth dimension is starting to overlap. And things that were invisible are walking amongst us again. Now, if you know your history, you know exactly what that means. In indigenous cultures, white animals are messengers. They only show up when a major shift is happening on Earth. When the energy is changing and the truth about the planet is about to surface. Look at that shit right there. Look at that lynx. Look at its eyes. It's ancient. It's been here before. That's not a coincidence right there. That's consciousness. That's the light body activating, the energy of creation waking up.
Watch the movie Weapons.
This is for entertainment purposes only. But they're saying that this white lynx is a spiritual being in animal form. And the crazy part, it's not just a sign, it's a warning too. Every time the vibration of the planet start rising, things that can't survive that frequency, they start to fade out. The darkness gets exposed and the hidden becomes seen. Jump down that rabbit hole. Do that research. So when I tell you we're stepping into something different, we are stepping into something different. These mythical creatures,
yeah, but
legends,
but this
they just existed in frequencies we couldn't reach before.
I've only seen it in Pokemon and shit.
It's almost gone.
But I remember that cat. But I remember that cat through images of cartoons and stuff like that.
Look how this shit is just sitting there alone, like it just fell out the sky. Look at this shit. Tell me that's normal. Mind you, they said that's not AI. That's real. Okay. I don't care if you believe.
It's crazy and shit, man. Like it's crazy. It's crazy. We don't know what to believe in shit. Then we got Noah. What do you call it? That video right there didn't make no justice or do no justice and shit. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, fucking crazy shit, man. Straight crazy stuff.
Something just bent the sun. Yeah, you heard that right. The same sun that's been running this solar system for billions of years just got bullied by a snowball from another galaxy. And scientists, they're freaking out. Meet 3i Atlas, the interstellar visitor that's got NASA and the European Space Agency questioning everything they know about physics. For billions of years, the solar wind, that endless roaring river of plasma shooting out from the sun, has flowed in one direction, outward. Nothing's ever stopped it. Until this. When NASA's Parker Solar Probe and the European Solar Orbiter checked their data, they found something impossible. The solar wind wasn't straight anymore. It was curving, bending gracefully around a single moving object. The numbers were clean, symmetrical, intentional. Like someone, or something, was steering it. And right in the middle of it all, 3i Atlas. At first, everyone thought it was just another comet. Frozen rock, bit of ice, looks pretty, burns up, James Webb Space Telescope logged onto it, the readings went full.
Hey, that James Webb Telescope be seeing some crazy shit.
3-Eye Atlas.
Yeah, man. Shit, 3-Eye Atlas should be here middle of this month and shit, man. It won't do a complete touchdown on the ground. It won't make a complete touchdown at all and shit, man. Well, it will do and shit, man. It's released its soldiers or whatever and shit, man. And apparently they're supposed to come and pick up certain people and shit, man. Star seeds and shit, man. So I got my ray gun. Yeah, but like he said that nobody's seen them in the zoo. Nobody's seen them in caged up and shit. You know what I'm saying? Hey, what's going on, Lori? Welcome. Shouts out my sister. Welcome. Pokemon is based off of animals in the real world. I mean, I hear a lot of stories about Pokemon and shit, though. You know what I'm saying? Spiritual world, the real world. Humans having that. Oh no. But it is crazy. It's crazy and shit, man. It's crazy and shit, man. It's definitely crazy. Because in movies, we always see humans evolve to animals and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Or transform to animals and shit. The evil ones and stuff. And then we always seen the good ones transform to a bird or a dove or something and shit. Yeah, he knows there's a lot of white animals. I mean, if we eat chicken, yeah. Yeah, no, but he's talking about that particular cat, you know what I'm saying? That particular cat, because yeah, there might be other like a white bear, a white lion, you know what I'm saying? 100%. But that particular cat, that's like having a saber-toothed tiger back and shit, man. You know what I'm saying? And it's the first saber-toothed tiger to ever be seen again and shit. You know what I'm saying? At least that's how I see it, At least that's how I see it. Yeah, I was gonna roll up a joint and shit, man, but I'm just gonna keep on dabbing and shit because I got like 15, like 25 minutes. Hey, do you believe in? Oh yeah, I believe in skinwalkers and shit, man. Fuck yeah, bro. Hell yeah. I mean, a lot of native brothers and sisters and shit, man. Tell stories even, uh, in in ancient days and shit, man. People talk about skinwalkers and shit, man. Supposedly be just like been sites in Arizona, yeah, California, like in the forest on the East Coast and in Germany, like it's a lot of places, but these things transform from human to animal and then back. It's kind of strange, man. For reals, bro. It's definitely crazy, you know. And I believe it. Like I believe it. Like I believe, because they say that there's people out there that could turn into a wolf man, to a wolf and shit. You know what I'm saying? And I watched the video where this man and shit, he was, and then he started growing hair, like hair started growing and shit. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I just like believe that anything that they try to throw as entertainment and shit just happens to be fucking too real and shit, man. That they have to call it entertaining and shit, entertainment. I got me a pre-roll of some ATF with sour diesel. Oh, that sounds good. That definitely sounds good. Yeah, that definitely sounds good. See what kind of work we have today. Hey, what up, Joseph? How you doing, bro? Good morning, my brother. Love and respect, man. Thank you very much for tuning in and vibing with us. Hey, I hella believe in, bro. I believe in giants too and shit, bro. Honestly, I believe the mountains at the bottom, like in the mountains, in the inner earth and shit, man. I believe this is where all the Nephilims and all that live and shit, man. You know, giants of different kinds and shit. You know, I believe everything that we've ever been told was fake is actually real. You know, I believe that we were programmed just to believe whatever the fuck we see in front of us and shit, man. And I don't know, whatever they project is what we believe or whatever and shit. I don't know, but man, oh boy, you know. Hey, well, these stories are so old, and some of these stories persist. Like, for instance, we talk about dragons. Dragons have been depicted in Europe history and ancient Chinese history and Tucson Egyptians. Oh, bro, I follow this lady and shit, right? And yeah, fucking, she talks about how we were gonna get exposed to dragons and shit, right? Not a fake dragon, a real dragon and shit, right? But not of one dragon, of 2,000 different breeds of dragon and shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they exist, and they communicate with humans by mind, by brain and shit. But I'm thinking, what if everything is really working by mind and shit, man? You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna start trying to talk to birds and stuff like that. I'm gonna start trying to talk to birds through my head. I'm gonna start trying to, figure out how to use this thing and shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Um, I watched the movie this weekend and shit, man. And this little girl was able to get into this bad person's mind and shit, man. And that person was able to get in people's minds too. But this time around, this little girl was too stronger than her and shit, man. And she was in her mind, you know. Yeah, so I'm on a mission and shit, man. Hey, you gotta check out the channel Wartime Stories, man. Their stories are trippy, but kind of somewhat open secrets in the military. But people are seeing things, and I have a friend who's seen some shit, and I believe it now. Like, it's too common for people who went to have these experiences. Man, yeah, it's like a story. Like, say something that right there is something like there's too many people that have witnessed it to be like, oh, it's fake and shit, right? Man, I'm just looking at everything right now, man. We got plates up the ass up in here and shit, man. This shit pisses me off right now. Hell yeah. Hey, I just been thinking and shit, man. I'm just right here thinking. Here we go. We're gonna take a hit, baby. We're gonna take a hit. You guys ready, man? You guys have a wonderful day, guys. We're still here for a minute and shit, guys. We still got like 20 minutes and shit, man. Or 15 minutes. Let's get this. You guys ready? Let's take a dab. It's hitting its temperature right now. It turned off right now. That's why. Here we go. Hell yeah, man. Shouts out my boy Ruben Delgado, man, vibing with us. Hell yeah, I hope you had a good day at work, bro. Or a good night at work, bro. 100%. Let's go. Oh boy. All right, guys. My StreamYard video didn't do well. So we're gonna just let that go, man. I appreciate you guys for